It's 360. This is going to be our camp coffee shootout, which is going to be Starbucks's Pike's Place instant coffee versus Black Rifle and their instant coffee. Been waiting for this stuff. I like instant coffee. I know a lot of people like pour overs, and I'll throw different pictures of camp coffee making tools and items in here probably now.
This is an AeroPress. It's probably the fastest French press individual cup you can get. This is a GSI boil over pot. Up next is one of your more expensive but yet affordable hand grinders. It's fast. It's very good. I ended up losing mine camping. This is my GSI French press. Highly recommend it. This is one of the most affordable kits that you can get from GSI for a pour over. This is one of my favorite Black Rifle coffee blends, but my all-time favorite is this Thin Blue Line. I will leave links to all of this. Back to the video.
But when I go camping and doing a lot of backpack camping when I was younger, we always had instant coffee because, as soon as you wake up, you don't want to get out of your tent sometimes. And taking a little Folgers crystal, throwing it in a water bottle, shaking it up, if it was summertime, you had instant iced coffee. All right? I drink coffee anyway. Black, cream, sugar. I like it every way it comes. But having that quick instant in anything from camping to backpacking to, as you've seen in my other videos, which my regular camp coffee go-to is instant. So far, the best I've had was Starbucks over any of the other cheaper Folgers, Maxwell House, and stuff like that. It just tastes generically like dipped water. That actually had coffee flavor, so Pike's Place has become a staple. Now, for my regular drinking of coffee on a day-to-day basis, I get Black Rifle's Thin Blue Line. They support law enforcement with it. They're a veteran-owned company. Rifle Coffee, it's veterans owned. I like the Thin Blue Line. I find it's the best tasting coffee I have ever had. I've had all of their, at one time or another, all their different flavors and brews and roasts of coffee. Thin Blue Line is just perfect. And I'm in law enforcement, so I like anything that backs that. So with this today, we're going to use two items that you've seen me use in camping, and one item that you've seen me talk about. And that's going to be boiling water in an emergency. We're going to use my 38-ounce Nalgene bottle, a thick fish spreader mouth. Basically you spread a mouth open of a fish so you can pull stuff out, or hang fish in a chain or daisy chain them together. Those two items put together allows you to hang your water. Just adjust this over the fire. Hang your water over a flame so you can reconstitute freeze-dried food when you're camping, or in my case was hiking. I'd bring this, a small cup, and that was my coffee. This was how I heated my water, and I could do my freeze-dried food. Back then, there was only one kind, and that was Mountain House. Now, Peak Refuel is literally and legit the best out there. But back to the coffee part, we're going to hang it from the camp grill that I used in one of my previous episodes on our fall camping trip. And if you were, say, in a survival issue, you'd just take 3 small saplings, tie it together into a tripod, and then you could hang this over fire with paracord. So it is great for camping. This one's cool because you can adjust it down to where the fire is. All right, so I could do the bougie way of making coffee, use my French press and do all those things, but it's just more to pack. And really, I'm getting up at 5 in the morning or 6 in the morning to start up cooking. I'm trying to make as little noise as possible, all right, at my campsite. So this has always become a staple for all of those reasons. Now comes point where we're almost hot. So we'll wait a few more seconds and we'll talk a little bit longer. So we'll use white cups so that we can actually see the color of our coffees, see the richness. We'll talk a little bit about the flavor. Black Rifle really doesn't describe their coffee. I tried looking online. They don't really describe it. But Pike's Place has little hints of chocolate. The only way I can describe Black Rifles is I have drank it already. It is delicious, but we'll do that description of what I taste when it comes to it. We're almost done. My wife wanted to notate that if you do use your Nalgene bottle, it is going to turn black. It's no big deal. It's going to discolor the bottle. It doesn't change how it works. It doesn't change any of its factors of durability either, heating it up this way. So you can take a Scotch-Brite, clean it up with some soapy water. I don't care. It goes right back in my bag the way it is. So let me grab a hot pad and we'll take it off the fire and we'll make some coffee. So this is cool, the way you raise this. You just take some pressure off, it'll raise it up and out of the way. And you just squeeze the clamps and it comes off. We're going to pour, tilt that down just a little bit. We're going to pour about 6 ounces in for each. Put that right back over the fire. So you can get a decent amount of coffee brewed just from this one item. Probably about 2 cups each. Fair enough. So we'll go for what we know, Starbucks. That's how they come. Little tiny 3.3 ounce packages. You get 8 packages for roughly $16 now. So not cheap, but it does work. As you can see, it dissolves relatively quick, just by stirring it up into a pretty dark cup of coffee. Now, Black Rifle, this is how it comes packaged. You get 32 servings for roughly about 30 bucks. So it's almost $1 a serving. Weight-wise, 3 grams. So Starbucks gives you a little bit more in there, but again, I find it's better coffee. Than Starbucks is. So we'll stir it up, make sure we get all that goodness out. So the Black Rifle coffee, it dissolves wicked fast, but as you can see, it is a lighter roast. So if you really want a dark coffee, you're probably going to have to use probably 1.5 packs just to get it a little bit more pungent. But this is more of like an Americana cup. It's not super heavy. It's actually a really good breakfast coffee. Again, I've already tried it, but give it a little slurp test. Oh, it's such a good coffee. It's a little nutty, light, like almost like having a blonde cup of coffee. It's got a little bit of a nutty taste to it. The Starbucks, much darker brew, as you can see. That's why we got the white cups. You can really see how dark that is. Super bitter. So with this, most people are going to want to put something in it, a little bit of cream. I like my shelf stable alternative, which is condensed milk. So you get a milk flavor, a cream flavor. We'll put a generous fat guy helping in there. And have a nice little Americano. Put the same amount in both cups. Get a little smoke show going because I think our fire has gone out, but it did its job for this video. So, as you can see, it stays relatively dark even with the cream in it, and that calms that bitterness down dramatically. But it's a good cup of coffee. The Black Rifle coffee, this is like sipping a fine latte at this point. It's good stuff. I would have to say I'm going to give it to Black Rifle. Not because I like the company or anything. They don't sponsor, as I buy all my stuff when I do my videos. But it is a rock solid coffee every single time I've done this. Camp coffee, survival coffee, good stuff. Put it in your end of the world rations to pull you out of a dark space. Nothing like a good hot cup of coffee. So, this is Christian from Northeast 360 once again. Keep moving forward.